Hi there, this is Mohammad Abbas from Computer Tech Skill. I hope you are good and having a good day. In this class, we are going to learn the first class of Adobe Illustrator, in which I'll be teaching you all about introduction of Adobe Illustrator. So without any further ado, let's get started. And welcome back to the world of Adobe Illustrator. We really sometimes listen that graphic designing is having a scope and we must be learning that. But this is not possible going for graphic designing without learning Adobe Illustrator. So let's try to learn about Adobe Illustrator, in which I'll be introducing. So let's try to learn all about Adobe Illustrator. That what is Adobe Illustrator? Well, Adobe Illustrator is a vector drawing software or program that must be used for graphic designing or for vector shapes or for vector graphics. So what is vector graphics? Well, vector graphics are some things that if you want to scale that, it is not going to be losing the quality of any sort of shape. So that is what is all about vector graphics. So let's try to learn all of the things that are present at the left side of Adobe Illustrator. Like we're having more of the tools inside Adobe Illustrator. It must be called toolbar, in which all of the tools are present, which the Adobe Illustrator is not possible to be used without using all of these tools. And we have got the header there, which we can also call menu bar, which all of the menus are there, like file menu, edit menu, and object type, select, effect, view, window, and help. All of the important and most important options are there, which I'll be teaching you in the coming tutorials. We've got the third thing, which is control bar, or maybe option bar you can say. And we have got right there the panels, in which we are having different sort of panels, which I'll be teaching you in the coming tutorial. We have got properties there, properties bar there, in which more of the options are there. And we've got the status bar there at the bottom, which is not that important. And at the last, we're having the interface of Adobe Illustrator, in which you must be observing the white area inside Adobe Illustrator, in which we are supposed to be designing something inside that. So what I need to tell you is that we must be learning about the toolbar before we move and use all of the options that are present inside panels or maybe menu bar, because those of the options I'll be teaching in the coming tutorials. So let's try to learn about the first option, that is selection tool, which the shortcut for that is V. And we have got the next option, which is direct selection tool. Make sure to right click on any sort of toolbar, any sort of tool, in order to be having more of the options inside that menu. Let's suppose we are standing on shape, so make sure to right click on that, and now we are having rectangular tool, rounded rectangular tool, ellipse tool. We are having shaper, pencil, smooth, and more of the options. So that is what I wanted to tell you. So make sure to click on selection tool. If I click on this and do and use that, so nothing is going to be happening there. So what I need to tell you is that make sure to go and select a rectangular tool, make sure to draw that there. Well, if you want to go one step back, hold the control or the command button and press Z button. The reason I am going back is that let me tell you all of the shortcut keys that are present for any sort of tool. Like if you just hover your mouse on any sort of tool, a sort of box must pops up, like rectangular tool, for which the M shortcut key is there. And similarly, we are having a selection tool for which we are having V shortcut key, and A for direct selection tool. So make sure to click on a rectangular tool. Like for example, if you don't want to go for that, if you don't want to bother yourself, make sure to click just M on your keyboard, and now we're reached there. Make sure to draw that. Let me tell you, before I draw that, if you want to draw any sort of shape proportionally, make sure to hold the shift button and then draw that proportionally. So make sure to hold the shift button and then draw any sort of shape. Or for example, if you hold the alt button and along with that shift button, your shape will be drawing from the center. Now you must be observing, if the moment I leave alt button, see, now it is drawing something like that. And if I hold the alt button, see, this is drawing from the center, and now you're good to go. So I have done that. Make sure to click on fill color and make sure to select this color, hit OK. Now we have got the shape there, which you can furthermore work on it. Make sure to keep one thing in your mind: anything you want to use or any tool you want to use, make sure to go for that according to the shortcut keys. Or if you don't want to bother yourself, go with shortcut keys. So that is what. Now let me zoom it in a little bit. Make sure to hold the alt button on keyboard and use the scroll wheel of the mouse. See, there's sort of border also present inside that of the rectangular. So if you want to remove any sort of color from that, make sure to click on stroke click to active. This is shortcut key for that is X. Make sure to click on none and click that back. So let me remove the color from that, or maybe swap fill and stroke, click on it. So the reason I have applied just the border and removed the fill color is because I want to teach you the direct selection tool. Well, selection tool is something that if you want to select something or move that anywhere you want, you must be going for that of the tool, for which the shortcut key is V. See, that works. If you want to move any sort of shape or any sort of thing that you have on interface, you must be moving that or selecting that. So this is important to select something in order to be using any sort of tool on any sort of shape, because this is the way to use. Make sure to just fill stroke color inside that, and this time click for direct selection tool. Make sure to click on it and just fill stroke color inside that. Make sure to click on direct selection tool. Well, direct selection tool is something if you want to select any sort of corner or any sort of point, anchor point, now you're free to use that or play with that according to what do you want. Like for example, I have selected these 2 points, and this time, or maybe anchors, this time I want to move that. See, that works. Just these 2 points are being moved. See, that works. You can also move just one of the anchors, like click on that and move that according to your wish, according to your need. So make sure to click on it, and you must be observing that if I click on it and move that inside, so you must be observing that it is smoothing. See, it is converting to a sort of rounded shape. See, that works. And if you want to click on it or select that, see, that works. So that depends upon your need, or that depends upon your wish, which sort of way you want to use the toolbar. And then we have got a lasso tool, for which the shortcut key is Q. For example, if I just press V button, now I have selected a selection tool. If I go for A button, now I have selected direct selection tool. Make sure to select all of this and convert that to sort of rounded shape. See, that works. And that works magnificently. Make sure to press Q button on keyboard. Just let me go back one step. Make sure to press Q button. I have to select this corner or anchor point, and now after that I have to be working on it, or I'm supposed to be working on that. So it is important to select any sort of thing that you have on interface. And we have got the magic wand tool, for which the shortcut key is Y. Magic wand tool. Well, this time let me apply any sort of color inside that, and make sure to draw any sort of a rounded rectangular beside that of the shape. Make sure to double click on fill color, and this time just apply sort of a reddish color. Well, we've got sort of a different color from that of the color. So what I need to do is to click on it, like magic wand tool, click on it and make sure to click on that. So now see, the color I click is brought there in sort of a fill color. So that is what is all about using these options. Let me tell you one thing more. So the moment I bring any sort of shape, you must be observing that sort of options are there, that you can also play with that. Like for example, I want to decrease the opacity of that. See, maybe I am decreasing the opacity of that or increasing the opacity of that. And we've got the styles beside that of the option. If I click on it, sort of a style is being applied there. See, that works. And we've got more of the styles there. Maybe just make sure to double click on it. See, that works. And now you must be observing that it is being applied. However, the system is little lagging, so just try to wait for that. See, that is applied, and that is applied magnificently. Just make sure to click on it. Just single click on it. If you want to go back, you can also go back, and you can also even apply 3D. I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial, in which I have introduced some of the tools and some of the Adobe Illustrator information. So that is what is all for today's tutorial. I hope you have enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please give a thumbs up, subscribe the channel, and press the bell icon for more. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial. I'll see you in my next tutorial, in which I'll be teaching you more of the options. Bye bye for now.